Hi guys, what's up? How are you? Today we're gonna talk about the temperature in the wine. So yes, it is matter a lot actually. Is there a right temperature to enjoy a wine? Better to drink a wine, to serve a wine? Yes, there is. For every category of wine, white, red, dessert, rosé, sparkling wine has its perfect temperature to be enjoyed. So today we're gonna talk about this. I'm Michele Volato, I'm an Italian sommelier based in London. I started my career in Italy, studied at the prestigious Italian sommelier school, then I moved to London and I studied here in a few international schools as well. And I'm here to help you to sail through the wine and spirit world easily, in a funny way, easy to understand. So if this is the topic that you're looking for, this is the channel for you. Subscribe and give the thumb up to the video. Thank you. I always notice that there is a great misunderstanding in the temperature of the wine, especially with the red, but also with white wines. There is a bit of chaos between room temperature, right temperature, chill, too chill, fridge temperature. It's a bit of chaos. So I want to help you to clarify, to understand and taste at its best the wine that you are drinking. I had a few funny episodes in my career. So the most famous one probably that I recognize and that I hate is that when in the restaurant there are ladies that they order a white wine or a rosé wine, they add ice to the wine. And for me it's something outrageous, because it's like you're putting water in your cocktail, to give you an idea, because the ice, yes, it gives you a feeling of cold temperature. You're drinking it, but in a few seconds it starts to melt and start to be watery, your glass, your wine. So it's horrible in my opinion. You're paying for something to be enjoyed that tastes great, and then you add water. It's like you are diluting that liquid that you have in the glass. So for me it doesn't make any sense. So let's start with the sparkling wine. So sparkling wine has to be enjoyed between 4 to 6 degrees. So this is the coldest temperature that you should be drinking a sparkling wine. Because why? Because a sparkling wine, it is made to be enjoyed fresh and cold, and it also, the wine itself, it is rich in acid, and that give you a freshness in your palate. And if it is not at this temperature, you will understand immediately and it doesn't taste the same. So this is the only case you should be enjoying wine at this temperature, between 4 to 6 degrees. Then we have the white wine and rosé wine. They have to be they should be drunk at between 8 to 10 degrees, and here is where we have the greatest misconception, because usually you put the white wine in a fridge, and usually the fridge is between 3 to 5 degrees Celsius, and it's a bit too cold, this temperature. Here we can see in the chart that we were seeing also from the sparkling wine. In this chart I made all the great distinctions. Why? Because in this case it's not like a sparkling wine. If you put too much cold temperature, you don't feel the flavors, you don't feel the aromas, you don't understand, you don't recognize all the layer of complexity of the wine that you are drinking. This is true for the white wine and for the rosé wine. If you are having a white wine that is a bit bolder, it is aged in barrel, it is oaked, I would even increase a little bit more the temperature, and we do recommend to drink, we as a sommelier drink this wine between 10 to 12 degrees to have the best appreciation. So how do you manage this? You manage this with the cooler. There are some tools. You have ice buckets that you can use, where you can put for the sparkling red and for the white wine as well. Also, there are these new bags that are quite nice and quite flashy in colors sometimes, and they can help you to really preserve and enjoy the wine at the perfect temperature. And then there is the most difficult category probably, or the most misunderstood category, that is the red wine. So red wine, many people say, you have to enjoy this wine at the room temperature. It is not exactly true, because if your room temperature is 20 degrees, 21 degrees, or maybe it is summer, it is even hotter, you're gonna ruin the wine. It is too hot. So the perfect temperature to enjoy a red wine, it is between 16 to 18 degrees. There are some exceptions, of course, but margin, this is the main range. Okay, why? So basically, you take out from the cellar or from the wine cooler the wine at 16 degrees. The time that you open the bottle, the time that you put it in the glass and you enjoy and you start, you get 18 degrees. That is the perfect temperature to enjoy the red wine. If it is maybe a very bold wine, very intense, like could be maybe an Amarone, you can even go to 1 degree, 2 degrees more, but you are at the edge, you are at the limit. Otherwise you get all this feeling of jamminess and you don't understand exactly all the flavors and all the layers. Same thing if it is too cold. If it is too cold, you feel all the tartaric acid of the wine, the tannins, you feel the bitterness, and it doesn't work. Basically, you feel that there is something that it's crashing in your palate. I have a funny episode that I want to tell about this topic. Once in a restaurant, I served this table, a couple, and she was ordering the wine. She was the wine expert between the two, and she ordered a lovely bottle of Barolo. And quite expensive also. So I did the service, I took out the wine from on the floor. It is set to between 16.5 to 17 degrees, the temperature in there. And I open it, I decant it, and then I pour it. And she said to me after she tasted that it was too cold, the wine, for her. And I explained to her that yes, I understand, maybe in a few moments it will reach 18 degrees, that is the perfect temperature. And then she said, okay, but then she called me back again, and she again was insisting that the wine was too cold. And she was also holding the glass like this, like she wanted to warm it up. And she said, no, it's too cold. What do you do? What's happening here? I said, Madam, the perfect temperature to enjoy the wine is between 16 to 18 degrees. If I'm going to increase the temperature, I have the risk to ruin the bottle. And so it was a bit difficult for her. Probably she was enjoying or expecting a red wine to be enjoyed at the higher temperature. So if this is the case for you, please trust me, the perfect temperature is between 16 to 18 degrees, so you won't have this feel of jamminess, of this feel. You really have to feel a little bit of chilled wine in your palate, but very little feeling. It's not like a white wine, of course. If it is instead too warm, you're gonna understand. You feel all the jamminess, and it doesn't work. You don't feel the elegant side of the wine. If you are a fan of the wine and spirits world, this is the channel for you. Please subscribe to the channel so you won't miss any new video. Please give the thumb up and click the notification bell so you won't miss any new video, and you will support me in making more videos in the future. Thank you. Have the sweet wines. The sweet wines should be drunk between 14 to 16 degrees, because they should be slightly chilled, but even here not too cold, because otherwise you're gonna kill all the flavory notes and all the aromas that are in the wines. So even here it's really important, and even here if it is too hot as well, you feel you lose the acidity and the freshness of the wine you are enjoying. So a quick recap for you. So we have the sparkling wine that they should be drunk and enjoyed between 4 to 6 degrees Celsius. Then we have the white wines that they should be, if they are young, they should be drunk between 8 to 10 degrees, not colder, because otherwise you lose all the aromas and flavors. And if it is a oaky or aged white wine, we should go between 10 to 12. Sweet wines should be drunk between 12 to 14 degrees, slightly more eventually if it is a red sweet wine. And then we do have the red wines that should be drinking mainly between 16 to 18 degrees Celsius. Otherwise it will be too jammy or it will be too bitter and acidic. Okay, so I hope it helped you to understand better the right temperature of the wine that you should be drunk and enjoyed. If it has been useful for you, this topic, please give the thumb up to the video and subscribe to the channel, so will help me to making more video in the future. And I'll see you in the next one. Ciao.